The Denver Broncos will have a new starting center for this week's game against the Tennessee Titans. What's up, guys, and welcome to Denver Broncos Syndicate, part of the Sports Syndicate family of channels where we are dedicated to bringing you content about our favorite sports teams. I am your host, Gage Madrid. Before we jump in, I need a really big favor from you guys. We are so close to our big goal of 1,000 subscribers. We are trying to reach that goal by Thanksgiving. I really believe that that is attainable. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, it would be awesome if you could help us out by hitting the big red subscribe button below. And if you're already subscribed, a free and easy way that you can help support the channel is by smashing the like button. It helps tell YouTube to push this content out to fellow members of Broncos country, and it really helps more than I could state. The Denver Broncos are coming out of their bye week this week, sitting at 3-5. We were able to pick up a really big win in London against the Jacksonville Jaguars last week to really keep our season alive. Especially in the second half, Russell Wilson and the Broncos offense really began to gel and look more cohesive as a unit. The offensive line in particular really began to play more sound fundamental football after really struggling with some basic stuff over the first 8 weeks of the season. Now, obviously, you can point the finger to injuries along the offensive line, especially at the left and right tackle positions. Garrett Bowles, of course, is out for the season with an ankle injury. Billy Turner had missed the first several games of the season, forcing Cam Fleming to start at both tackle positions, and then he got hurt, of course, and now Calvin Anderson is in at right tackle. Not to mention our issues on the interior. Dalton Risner has been playing absolutely terribly. Then, of course, Quinn Miners had to miss the first several games of the season with a hamstring injury, which forced Graham Glasgow in at right guard, and he really did not fare too well at that position at all. Then, of course, there is Lloyd Cushenberry. In my opinion, Cushenberry has really been the root of the Broncos' problems on their offensive line. He really struggles in setting protection, identifying where the pressure is coming from, and all those kind of things, the mental aspects of the position of center. He also consistently gets overpowered at the line of scrimmage and blown off the ball on a very routine basis. Now, unfortunately, late in the second quarter in last week's game against the Jaguars, Cushenberry suffered a groin injury. He was then replaced by Graham Glasgow at center, and you could definitely see a big shift in the production of the offense once Glasgow went in there. Now, I never wish injury on anyone, and I wish Lloyd nothing but a speedy recovery, but at the same time, the offense just operated at a much higher level with Graham Glasgow at center. It certainly wasn't perfect, but when your center isn't getting blown up off the ball on pretty much every single snap, and when you're actually able to identify where the pressure is coming from the center position, that's a really big step up in play. Earlier last week, it was announced by Coach Hackett that Cushenberry is going to miss some time with his groin injury, which leaves Graham Glasgow in line to start Week 10 versus the Tennessee Titans. Lloyd, he's going to miss some time with a groin strain. Everybody else we are continually evaluating, but Lloyd, we will be without him for a couple of weeks. Although again, I hope Lloyd Cushenberry gets well soon. Him not being on the field is a little bit addition by subtraction. The Tennessee Titans have one of the best interior rushers in the game in Jeffrey Simmons, and I was pretty worried about him going against Lloyd Cushenberry. We really saw Cushenberry struggle to deal with other interior rushers this season, especially Quinnen Williams in the Jets game. Graham Glasgow should at least provide a consistent, steady presence at the center position, and in my opinion, he looks way more comfortable at center than he did at guard earlier in the season. I'm curious, Broncos country, what is your confidence level in Graham Glasgow at center going forward this season, and do you think even when Lloyd Cushenberry is healthy, should Graham Glasgow remain the starting center moving forward? Drop those comments down below. I would love to hear from you. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. And while you're at it, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Gage Madrid NFL for even more Broncos coverage. And for now, this has been another episode of Denver Broncos Syndicate. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out and let's ride.